Hi, I'd like to take this moment to thank you for being here. I really appreciate everybody who supported me and watched me for all this time. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I do all kinds of random stuff. This is a very consistent talk show on Wednesdays at 9 that you'll see is here. I also do Satisfactory, Final Fantasy, and League of Legends, other random games. I play fun stuff. We talk about news, sports, politics. We try to keep the content original and creative. So, like, subscribe for more. Fire of Life 2018 on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Also, don't forget to check the comments for the links to the Discord and YouTube channel and all that shenanigans. So, thank you so much for being here. Hi, I'm Sean, also known as Fire of Life 2018, and today you're going to watch Nerd News Now. Nerd News Now is about learning and keeping it positive. Everyone gets 5 minutes to tell us about something they love, and then I will ask questions, and the panel will ask questions. All the while, they'll be competing for the King of the Nerd badge, using points by getting, well, actually correct in someone else's favorite subject. Look forward to seeing you Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Hi, I'm Sean, also known as Fire of Life 2018, and today you're going to watch Nerd News Now. Nerd News Now is about learning and keeping it positive. Everyone gets 5 minutes to tell us about something they love, and then I will ask questions, and the panel will ask questions. All the while, they'll be competing for the King of the Nerd badge, using points by getting, well, actually correct in someone else's favorite subject. Look forward to seeing you Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Hi, I'd like to take this moment to thank you for being here. I really appreciate everybody who supported me and watched me for all this time. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I do all kinds of random stuff. This is a very consistent talk show on Wednesdays at 9 that you'll see is here. I also do Satisfactory, Final Fantasy, and League of Legends, other random games. I play fun stuff. We talk about news, sports, politics. We try to keep the content original and creative. So, like, subscribe for more. Fire of Life 2018 on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Also, don't forget to check the comments for the links to the Discord and Thanks, Silvermag. You're amazing. I forgot that we've everyone. Good call. Good call. Could you catch all the videos and such before? I hope. Good. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. I'm excited. We're live. Yay! I'm excited to be here. Thanks for telling me I was muted. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Thanks, Silvermag. You're a gentleman and a scholar as always. So you got the rundown for what Nerd News Now is. Today's guests are HK and Bat Coaster. So they're waiting in the wings, and they're each gonna do their little segments and intros, and then we're going to talk about it, and that's it. So this is a cool, safe space. The rules of engagement here are if you're competing for the Nerd News Now Nerd King Badge Award, you have to use the well actually and then be correct about someone else's favorite topic. So I think it's going to be kind of hard, but I know a lot of people who love to argue over who's the nerdiest. We also have debate rules for anytime there's a disagreement, we're going to use actual debate class rules. So, like, there's going to be two types of debates. I can't, like, two. I need to hold this back. There's two types of debates. One's like a flash debate where you get 30-second rebuttals back and forth, and the last person to come up with a rebuttal loses. So then, once you can't come up with something to come back with, then you're out. You lose. Long debate is if you really feel like you want a deep dive, you can reserve a spot in the next episode to do a debate about the topic, and that way you get 2 minutes per to debate and rebuttal. The standard debate rules work out with that if you yell, if you curse, if you interrupt somebody, you lose. So if you really care about your point, you're going to mind your P's and Q's, or you're going to lose that point. So don't. Also, winner of any debates get 5 super nerd points. 5, count 'em, 5 super nerd points. But you got to challenge somebody to a debate and win to get super nerd points. So keep that in mind. All right, I hope that HK and Bats are watching because we're going to transition over to them in the panel screen to say hello. Once it loads, there we go. And if I unmute everyone, now I think you guys should be able to say hello. Say hello, Keith. Bat
Hello,
Coaster.
Keith. Hello, Keith.
And then say hello, HK. I'm sorry, you can actually use your real name or just keep HK, whatever you wanna do. And it sounds like somebody's got got the stream on in the background where we can hear it.
It might be me. It might be me.
Yep, because you got a hell of an echo. I'll be. Let's hope it's not gonna be an echo the whole time you're doing your thing.
But there's a big delay. On mine.
That's why I think it's the stream because you're probably getting stream feedback. It's not even like the worst echo.
How about
because it's got such a delay.
The setup here is quite weird for me.
This whole thing is a work in progress for sure. Did you guys catch the rules?
I heard you talk about the debate. Rules in now.
I'm definitely gonna make a video about the rules so I can play that forward as well. But I really think I want to make this a safe space for people to discuss topics that usually infuriate people. I would very much like to be able to discuss things that make people really mad, but if you lose your temper, interrupt, or basically are rude to anyone, you automatically lose. So not only do you have to be infuriated, but you need to control your temper.
Keep your temper.
The rules are madness. Madness, I tell you. Is that because you think you're going to be angry about things, Silvermag? I have a friend who wanted to bring up the Rittenhouse case on this as well, and I don't.
See, that's not very nerdy though.
I think nerd is a broad category. I'm describing this as a we know Bats has the major echo. I hope he's still working on that.
Oh, I still have an echo.
Yep. It's like a 30-second echo. Not even 30 seconds. It's like a 5-second echo. Do you have the stream up on the computer that you're watching this on?
No, I do not. I actually turned it off because the stream computer does not like to stream you. I was gonna pull it up on YouTube, but that requires a whole other sign in and bother with that right now.
Yep. I'm gonna have to mute you again. Maybe if I do solo talk. I'm not sure what solo talk does. Can you say something now, Keith?
Okay. Can you hear me? Okay. Can you hear me? Is there an echo?
It's still echo.
Is there an echo? What about HK? HK? What about HK? HK? Do you have an echo?
I haven't heard him say anything. He might not have sound.
Sorry, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot.
man,
Man.
Oh my God, you have an oh gosh, you both have a crazy echo right now. This is crazy. I wonder if that's me. Maybe I should be muting.
I pulled it up on another source. On another source, muted. That's muted.
Well, I think I figured it out. I think it was me. Well, we're actually not using Discord for this particular setup. We're using OBS Streamlabs, but I think that was my fault because I must have been doubling it out somewhere.
Yeah, Chad has the right idea. Chad has the right idea. My all my speakers are muted, and I only have one source. Of stream.
Got it. All right. So who wants to go first for their 5-minute breakdown?
HK, first time here. You're welcome to go first. Time here. You're welcome to go first.
I think
true. Forgot to even comment on the big face reveal. First time we've seen HK.
Oh yeah, hello.
Hello.
This is gonna get me the views. Once I tell everybody that the Final Fantasy Free Company that we are in together, that there's a video of HK out in the universe. It's an HK exclusive, you guys. Well, thanks for being here. I really appreciate you guys coming, by the way, in case I didn't mention that. But yeah,
no problem.
We also didn't do introductions. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourselves? Where you're from? What do you do? Anything you want to volunteer? Nothing crazy, because it's gonna be in public eye. So why don't you start out by telling us how you'd prefer to be called? Person in the bat outfit.
Oh. Yeah, where are you? Are you wearing yellow? Yeah, where are you? Are you wearing yellow? HK or Matching Day.
I know, so that. And it looks like we just lost HK's video. All right. So it worked out perfect well that we're talking to Keith right now.
Oh,
it's coming back.
Oh,
he's back.
He'll come back.
Oh wow.
All right, come back.
Oh wow.
All right.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
First name is people know me. I play a lot of superhero. There he is.
I guess I got disconnected. I guess I got disconnected.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
All right.
But I live a. Okay. Are we still good?
Yeah. Start over. We're getting distracted. Start over. We can edit it later.
Yeah. Well, I have television. Nothing like it, folks. All right. So Backcoaster is my handle. Backcoaster is my handle. First name. Hello, everybody. I got into gaming. By playing Subnautica. Became a huge fan of that. And I don't play too many of the. Big titles. I don't do a lot of first person Call of Duties or name titles you see. But I kind of play side games. I don't play a lot of the indie games because I don't have a big computer setup, so I don't have access to like Steam and all those stuff. I play on PS4 mostly.
All right, cool, awesome. So, cool your jets. I'm gonna make you go first into the next scene, but we're gonna let HK do an introductions.
Yeah.
HK?
Yeah.
So hello. You guys can call me Ify. You guys can call me Ify if you prefer. Most of all my friends refer to me. I've been playing games. I've been playing games since like 2000. I started my first MMO in about 2003, and I've been playing casually. Every other genre, very casually, ever since, and just started getting into FF14 about a year ago. And I'm from Malaysia, basically. So it's like another half of the world. But
I mean, it depends. We're international. It could be anywhere watching this.
Yeah.
Your next door neighbor's watching,
Basically, you probably will. You probably will. Question mark.
Well,
Maybe.
good.
Question mark.
Well, good. All right. So we're going to transition into Bat Coaster's scene. So cool your jets, Mr. HK. If you would like to comment on something that Bat Coaster says, please do so in the Twitch chat, and then we can cover it when we get back to you.
Will do. Will do.
It's switching over to Bat Coaster's theme. Let's hope it's going to work. All right, you're unmuted, sir, but you're... Oh, nope. Can you hear me? Can you still speak, Mr. Coaster? See your lips moving, but I'm not hearing anything. Did you mute something? Me? Did we lose Bat Coaster? I'm not getting anything from Bat Coaster. Hold on, you guys. Probably codes. How about now? Can we hear Bat Coaster now?
Can you hear me now?
Aha! There was a glitch with the scene.
I'm still here.
Transition. Hey, Hannarine. Thank you for being here. Sorry, I noticed you had a first-time chat until just now. I apologize. We're having the technical difficulties. We're going to work them out. Remember, this is the first show, you guys. The first show, you guys. Also, I'm going to mute my own picture for this. So, Bat Coaster, take
that was
it
the first time I think we've seen you since this show.
I mean, I'll be back. Take it away, Bat Coaster.
So, we were going to prepare little stories and stuff I've been talking about lately. Most of us have been talking about Spider-Man No Way Home. And there is an argument to be made that the superhero genre is a little oversaturated. But with the recent trailer drop, and I think there's another trailer drop coming out today or tomorrow, it's going to be the final trailer until the movie comes out in December. We have every studios is trying to get catch up to Marvel and get their end game going. So the multi-universe films are coming. And for Sony, we all know that Spider-Man's their bread and butter, just like Warner Brothers has Batman, and Disney now has most of the Marvel stuff. So the question is becoming, how many people can they fit in this new Spider-Man movie? And we've already had confirmation that the villains are the big reveal so far. We've got Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, the Lizard, and Shocker are all on it. And there's a sixth member we're not sure. Rumor has it it's going to be Venom. I have not seen the recent Venom movie with Carnage, but there's been rumors that the end credit scene has hinted to him being in it, at least a cameo. And then also there's been rumors of Tom Hardy spotted on set sporting a No Way Home hat, so people are excited about that. My personal thought is Michael Keaton going to come back and be the Vulture? Because in the last movies, we know that he found out that he already knew that Peter Parker was Spider-Man, and that was the big reveal in the last movie, that J. Jonah Jameson had told the world that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and that's going to be the starting point of this new movie that's going to go right into where they left off there. So we're all excited how they handle that. We also know that Doctor Strange is going to be in it because this movie is going to play a big part into the multiverse. They're setting up for Phase 4 in the MCU, and we're hoping that Sony and Disney continue to play nice together, so we get all our favorite superheroes in multiple movies. It's quite an exciting time to be a superhero fan. But again, there is an argument to be made that there are too many superhero movies, and they do have some of the basic formulas down for all of them. It's someone who a normal person finds himself in an extraordinary situation, and they have to fight all odds to either save themselves, their city, a loved one, their family, sometimes the world. And that seems to be the formula for gold. We all seem to eat it up, myself included. And even when they're not that good, we still go and enjoy them. So everyone's after the studios are pumping out these big blockbuster movies that aren't, the critics are like, well, these movies are not very good. They're not award-winning. Like, they don't have to be award-winning. They just have to be entertaining. And recently, the Eternals came out, and it's on that edge of being a fresh movie or Rotten Tomatoes. And I've heard mixed things. Most of the critics did not enjoy it, and but everyone I've talked to who's seen it says they have enjoyed it. So it's going to be interesting to see how that movie does in the long run. There's a lot of talk of how these newer big blockbuster movies are, especially after Endgame, are kind of leaning away from all the action of the superheroes. They're focusing a little bit more on the emotions and the characters, which is fine and all, but it's like for a superhero movie, you still need to mix some action in there to keep it going. I think that was the balance of what made Endgame so popular. So many of us had so many vested feelings of like, oh, I love that character, I love his movie, and now he's with this guy, and I'm enjoying his movie, and I like to see what happens to all these characters. So you have to see how it is.
I think that's going to be wonderful. I'm really excited to hear more about it. Did you see the questions in the comments?
Not quite. I was.
Silverback definitely said he saw the trailer yesterday, and Doctor Strange is going to be the sixth villain.
There's something about that. People say, oh, I see. Yeah, he saw the trailer yesterday. Doctor Strange, he could be a villain because they had the What If cartoon series, so we know there is an evil Doctor Strange out in the multiverse, and a lot of people had commented when the trailer came out that Doctor Strange is acting really weird. It's like, what do you do this for Peter right off the bat? It kind of goes against what his character is supposed to be doing in the MCU in the first place. So, but yeah, but my money is still on like Michael Keaton coming back, and there's also supposed to be we know Sony is developing a Kraven the Hunter series or movie at least. So he was one of the original members of this Sinister Six that's supposed to show up in this new Spider-Man movie. And who else do we have? And then we also have the Morbius movie with Jared Leto coming out soon after. So there might be alludes to him.
Well, I definitely want to try to play the trailer. I'd like to take a break for a moment and then let me play the trailer for our audience.
Yeah, go for it.
See if I can make this happen.
Your brand new Burks outlet is now open. Visit your new store to find brand name fashion and home decor. Up to 70% off other stores' prices every day. Plus, great games and giveaways during our grand opening celebration. More brands, big savings. Burks Outlet.
Just gonna not play. Might just not play. Oh, it's gonna go.
Hey there, homeowners.
Oh my God, there's two
ads. Do you pay over $100 a month for electricity? If so, there's this new program for qualified homeowners through Power Home Solar that will pay you to save thousands of dollars on your electric bills by installing USA-made solar panels like this for no cost at install. Our program rewards homeowners who choose to add a green energy source to their home by paying them over $2,039 after installation. I repeat, we're paying qualified homeowners to go solar for no cost at install. There has never been a better time to go solar. We also offer a Generac home battery that stores excess energy produced by your panels to use when the sun goes down or when the power goes out, so you're never left alone in the dark. If you want to see if you qualify for our program that pays you to save thousands on your electric bills, click the link below and take the 30-second qualifying quiz.
If this plays another one, I'm gonna be like soul-crushing groan. Was that me? Okay, there it is. Finally.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe. Hello, Peter.
Oh, yeah.
You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap. You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way.
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe. You're not gonna take this away from me.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
Oh, not Shocker, Electro.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
Happy Hogan's back.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through.
And we're hoping she doesn't go the way of Gwen Stacy during that fall.
December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
I transition back into Mr. Coaster. Back, and then I'll put myself in there. So now I am also here as well. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? See, that's why I'm saying Doctor Strange separates his soul. I don't know, like, that seems like that could be a gimmick. I mean, it could just be a visual effect that they didn't let us finish in the preview. Like, he could immediately just be, that was like an attack move where he like hit him and it just sucks his soul out right back in, you know?
We know that's an attack move from the Doctor Strange movie and even Endgame. The Ancient One used that on the Hulk, and she used it on Doctor Strange in his movie. So we know that's something his order can do pretty rarely. They separate your soul or whatever you're going to call it from your physical body.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. It seems like it's going to be awesome. I don't even know who Electrocute. You said Jamie Foxx is playing Electrocute? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Electro. He was in the second Spider-Man movie. That would be the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
It also sounds like Doctor Strange wants to kill people. Let me bring in HK into the panel screen, and we can talk about it further.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. HK.
HK.
All right, what's your opinions, HK, on Spider-Man trailer?
Hello. Yeah, it was definitely something else because there's like a lot of things to take on the trailer. But I do remember there's something called the Sinister Six or something like a group of them.
Yes.
Yes.
The Sinister Six is that is Spider-Man. That is Spider-Man like villain. a group of villains that are all after Spider-Man.
See, yeah, that's what my initial thoughts. Are they trying to like bring the back to six?
Yeah, they're trying to do. Yeah, this is some of this is like an amalgamation of all that Sony has been trying to do. Spider-Man, because originally they were going to do a separate Sinister Six movie.
No,
and they weren't sure if Spider-Man was going to be in that originally developed. But you'll see that in the end credits of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man movies. They were teasing. Those villains are coming. Those villains are coming. We're getting them all. In there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was part of the original. Plan. They have a Sinister Six movie. But just like other one, they're jumping ahead. Other one, get everybody, throw them all in there. Throw them all in there. See what happens. And yeah, like Silver Mag, Doctor Strange wants to have Peter kill these people, and for whatever reason, the extra villains in his universe, are in danger, so they have to be destroyed. Save the universe, or whatever. That's his inkling you get there.
Oh yeah, I did read. There's like a alternate Doctor Strange. What happens when he went back in time to save himself from the crash
Yes,
rather than get his hand
Disney Plus has that animated series What If, and they had a great episode where Doctor Strange, instead of getting into that car accident, like he saved himself from it, and it changed. That car accident was such a pivotal moment, and not just his life, but like the MCU universe. And they had so many different ways that come up, and that's where one of the I'll say one of the evil Doctor Strange jizz came from. That is a mouthful. But yeah, so there should be all sorts of surprises, and we still don't know about the other Spider-Man. Not just, we know the villains are coming, but we have confirmation that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield are going to be at least in it. So whether this becomes a regular thing or
I'm excited. I'm sure it's going to be a regular thing because, like you said earlier, in the first place, this is their money maker.
Yeah. So without the pandemic, I'm sure this movie would have been on point to make $1 billion, because that's what Disney has already mastered that. That's why they were putting out 3 Marvel movies
I don't
a year
really feel
and 2
bad
Star
for
Wars.
Disney not making enough money off this.
Right?
For the record, I don't really feel bad. I think they're okay. All right. Yeah. So, are you ready to do your feel, HK? Theoretically. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Let me switch to a filler scene real quick. Hold on.
Oh, I think I can't hear you though.
Hi. I'd like to take this moment to thank you for being here. I really appreciate everybody who supported me and watched me for all this time. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I do all kinds of random stuff. This is a very consistent talk show on Wednesdays at 9 that you'll see is here. I also do Satisfactory, Final Fantasy, and League of Legends, other random games. I play fun stuff. We talk about news, sports, politics. We try to keep the content original and creative. So like, subscribe for more. Fire of Life 2018 on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Also, don't forget to check the comments for the links to the Discord and YouTube channel and all that shenanigans. So thank you so much for being here. Okay. Probably a thing because my desktop audio is doing. Yeah, you're on cam, but pixely. All right, well, you can definitely talk while I try to fix it. Tell us about your thing. Can you not hear me anymore?
have like a extra effects, and then getting hit by those abilities will give them stacks of debuff, and then he can use another ability to consume those stacks and finish them off. Oh,
So you were actually muted for like the first.
Should I start over?
Yeah, you should totally start over. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were muted until I went to check the audios too. But Silver Mag was on top of it.
Oh.
Let's start over. Anyway, HK, tell us about this game again.
Okay. Basically, it's called Maple Story, and it's been out, I believe, since 2004. So it's a side-scrolling MMO, so it's not like a 3D. So there's like a very two-dimensional game.
What do you mean by side-scrolling?
You have vertical and horizontal movement.
Like it's a 2D situation, and there's like what's scrolling down the side.
Currently, there are over 48 different classes in the game, and the latest one being a mage. But there's like five main types of classes in there, which is a warrior, mage, thief, archer, and pirate. And each of them have like a sub archetype. It's like a whether they are good at killing multiple enemies or they're good at killing bosses, like a single target damage. So what I'll be talking about is some of the unique classes, which is one of them is called Adele. She's a warrior class and summons flying swords to automatically target and attack enemies nearby, and she can command those swords to do different abilities as well, such as attack a single target or just spins around where they were to attack nearby enemies. And the next one I'll be talking about is Keem. It's like one of the second latest classes that came out. So he's an archer class. He uses dark energy to augment certain abilities and makes them stronger. And getting hit by those abilities will put like a stack on them, and he can use another ability to use up those stacks and deal extra damage to them. The next one is a mage class, which is I guess one of my favorite classes. It's called Luminous. He's basically a mage, but he uses light and dark energy. Sorry, light and dark type attacks. So he cycles between using light spells and dark spells, which has different effects. So, for example, the light attacks will can heal you up when you're damaging them, or the dark type attacks will not consume any resources. And then when they use enough of that type, he will enter like a Super Saiyan mode called Equilibrium, where he has the benefits of both sides, both light and dark sides. And then the next one is it's called a Zero class, which is basically it's pretty unique. Basically, it's like a two character in one. So there's Alpha. It's like a male character, Alpha. To He can use quick attacks, and it does higher critical damage. And there's Beta, like the girl. She has slow attacks, but it hits harder. So, and you can sort of cycle between them to have them assist each other during some attacks. So you can have both of them do different kind of attacks, like I guess like a synchronized attacks.
We got a question from the chat. Are you able
And
to
the next
play
one
with
I'll
other
be talking
people,
about
or
is one of the
a single player game?
basically it's a MMO, so you can play with other players as well. And back then there was like a party, yeah, those the arts that we see in the background is some of the classes that I was talking about. So the flying swords here, you have the Adele, and the one with the dark red and black is the Keem, and then there's the that's Keem. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, I can't
Can you
hear
hear me
you
or can you hear
without
me?
turning on without muting without unmuting Twitch though.
Alright, if I unmute stream now. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's because I had Keith in solo talk. Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, now I can hear you. Sorry.
Oh, that was a button I pressed on Video Ninja. I was this whole time. I was like, can he not hear me? Like, what's happening? So we had a
Okay.
question about whether this was a multiplayer or a single player story mode.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it multi? Did you answer the question and I was not paying attention?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, but no problem. But basically, just to recap, it's a MMO, so you can play with other people.
Oh,
There are
well,
party.
I feel dumb now.
No, don't worry about it. I'm sorry for not hearing that.
It was an
The
MMO,
question.
so obviously that's a thing. Can you tell us which ones of these, like, you see which ones are scrolling across, like the two little blonde twins? What are their names?
Yeah, those are the zero classes.
Okay.
It's called a zero class, which is on the right side you see alpha and the left side is beta. So you can sort of swap between each other to attack. And then this one is Adele, the one with the flying swords.
Who's the emo
And
kid with the jacket?
yeah, that one is Keem.
He's
So
my
it's like an
favorite. I love the
archer.
eyes already.
It's
I love the art style for that, and like
Mm,
it reminds me a lot of League of Legends art style situations.
true.
Situations. All right. Let's bring in Mr. Coaster and see if he has any switch scenes for that. So
Mhm.
automatically switch. And now we should all have audio, and we can hear Mr. Coaster now. I think.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, yes, we can. Okay. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
We're all here.
So what does Mr. Batcoaster think about Maple's story?
It seems pretty cool. I'm still not. I'm still not on the terminology on MMOs. Even after playing Final Fantasy after all this time with you guys. Every once in a while someone says something. Like, what does that mean? But
Final Fantasy was your first MMO, wasn't it, Keith?
I haven't. My first real one, yes.
Impressive. I wish I had more questions to ask about this. Like, what platform do you play Maple Story on?
And on PC. On PC. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can.
Tablets and
I
stuff.
think there's one on. I think there's one on.
Steam
There's like a mobile version called Maple Story M. But there's like a. sort of like a different. Kind of game. I mean, it plays the same, but it's just more geared towards.
I mute you. I think I mute.
Oh.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, wait. I think you're back now. But I think I have to remember to mute the desktop audio when I switch to this scene. I guess it's got a whole separate audio thing, and if I mute the second audio panel, like for the audio for the website, I lose your voices altogether. I don't know why it's different on 1v1 versus the middle, but I'll try to remember to do that. Thanks for being a pal.
Silver Mag's gonna be the new mod.
I've offered. He doesn't want it, so I'm not gonna press it on him.
I mean, he's already doing it.
Okay. I mean, he's doing a good job modding. We're not gonna tell him that he's actually doing the mod job, or we're just telling him. He says nope. He says nope. He says nope.
Oh, that's too bad.
Okay. So I think that was a really good start to some nerd news now.
And what about you? Do you have a story?
I could talk about how to set up this scene transitions and stuff. That's pretty much all I did today. I have a new computer, so I had to fix up all my gizmos and gadgets. I'm nerding out about like my new Ryzen 12 core processor that's blowing everything out of the water. I have 32 gigabytes of dedicated video RAM, 32 gigabytes of specific RAM. Got the new Asus motherboard with 3 dedicated video card slots and 4 more expandable RAM slots. Yeah, I've been geeking out about my hardware because
Unlimited
I went to the other
power.
day and I played Humankind. I played Final Fantasy. I had like 8 games running in the background. I recorded it. I streamed it. I was like, what? Let me burn this thing out. My computer put out enough heat to raise the temperature in my room, but it never got above 50% capacity on any of the matrix, like CPU or
Wow.
anything. I just recently discovered the whole solid state hard drive thing. Like I didn't realize that hard drives were the block to speed. Like the vast majority of the time when you're trying to get something faster, it's the throttle point is your hard drive. And now they have these new solid state hard drives. They're super fast and amazing. I am very impressed at the way technology's going. Now it loads Windows like before. Like I have my tower is behind my computer, so I have to walk around it, turn it on, and then by the time I've walked back around it and sat down, the computer's up and running and ready to go. It's the fastest I've ever seen. I'm also in love with Windows 11. It's very bubbly. I've got 3 different windows, and Windows 11 is set up amazing, like multi-monitor functionality, and the AMOLED displays are like it blows my mind how pretty some of these games are on the fantastic video settings. Been playing a lot of Satisfactory, which is like a engineering type video game. It's very chill, and you just kind of lay back and relax and want to build pretty buildings. If you are the type of person who likes the audiophile games, Satisfactory has this amazing sound quality to it. Like when you put down a big factory, it goes chunk, and it feels very satisfactory that sound's in. So I don't know why I'm addicted to it, but like you watch people on YouTube playing 400 to 500 hours into this game, and they're like, "Oh, I built my first building." Like, oh shit. It's a massive, and it's ready for virtual reality. It's so ready for virtual reality.
Oh wow! I remember watching some people play it. I thought it was pretty interesting. I never.
It's a fun game to play, but it's addictive.
It reminded me of watching you play. Reminded me of playing Roller Coaster Tycoon. I used to play a lot, way back.
You ever play City Skylines?
No. I thought I would enjoy it.
If you like Roller Coaster Tycoon, that'd be up your alley.
I never had something to play it on.
I mean, like you need to get that laptop plugged up and working, get it going. Sure,
part of the reason this is the laptop that I inherited from Mr. Brandon. He was nice enough to leave it to me, which was nice. But the reason he got that fancy computer was because he couldn't do anything on his laptop.
I have like the remnants of about 8 computers laying around here, so it's
yeah, I think I have a keyboard and a monitor in my closet somewhere, but
I mean, like next time I cruise up that direction, I've got tons of computers. I can build you a shitty computer that'll do basic video games.
Well,
I'm still
slow on some of the video games. Like I don't know how you play Final Fantasy on the PC there, because I think about it, because you guys have your way your hotbars are set up, and you have like 30 buttons or whatever. I can have. I play on my PS4. I have my PS4, and I can only have like 16, and I still have to like focus on like shifting.
Yeah, but you can sort of like swap between those. I mean, you can sort of swap between them pretty quickly.
But it seems like with the PC, you can set up your buttons unlimited. Like you can set up your main attack and stuff, and then you can have a whole separate bar just for emotes and stuff. And but like the amount of how you guys some people set them, I was like, oh my gosh. It's wild.
I am so excited.
I actually never thought I'd be that. What's that?
I'm so excited for Ender.
Oh man.
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Can't come any sooner.
I'm one of those people who follows the storyline, and I'm like, who are they gonna kill? Who are they gonna kill this time?
Alphino's.
I don't know. If it's Alphino, I won't be sad. I feel like they've been playing up Alize so much. I've been rewatching the Final Fantasy storylines on my channel. If you want to go watch the Storybringers shadow quests without having to do all the work. You can over on my channel.
Mm-hmm.
I need to finish that before Walker comes out. But Final Fantasy Fridays.
I recently did an alt for a friend of mine on another server, so we can hang out because we haven't hung out in a couple of years. And when I put it together, I was just like, oh, this is all at the beginning of the story. And I was like, I haven't seen this in so long. Watching the game from the beginning was pretty interesting, actually, especially after watching you start the Shadow Walkers again. I was just like, oh, yes, I remember all this stuff.
Did you play all the way through Story of the Quest again?
Not. I got through. What was it? When I first started, I did New Ganya. So when I started this time, I did Uda, and it was interesting to see that the starting points from that port from Realm Reborn. But I think I got to about level 15, and I was like, okay, I'm going to spend some money on these level jumps. Let's see how these level jumps do. So that was pretty interesting.
I started another alt for somebody sometime, and I got to like level 5, and I was like, nope.
I was like, I could do it again. I was like, oh, where do I go to unlock this? I was like, oh, I can't fly here. I was like, oh, I brought this mount with me, but I can't use it because I haven't unlocked mounts yet. I was like, oh.
That's the real sucky thing about, because you have to go through the storyline for at least like the first 30 levels just to unlock the world, basically.
Right.
So you're like, I don't know if I want to replay through all that again, quite frankly.
Replaying through some was it was interesting to replay it and like know what to do. I was like, oh, I totally know what to do now. That because when I was first starting, especially when I first started out, when you guys got me to go, I was like, I don't understand what I'm doing at all.
And I feel like everybody who plays an MMO with the scope of Final Fantasy thinks that. Like, Final Fantasy is the largest MMO I've ever come across, especially now. Like, if you go into it now, like, if you started 10 years ago and you only had AAR, it wasn't quite so monstrous. Now it's so monstrous. I mean, Dead just did it. I don't like how long did it take you, Silver Mag? Just to finish the story quest? Like, he just recently did it, and I feel like he's been playing for months.
Yeah, I've seen people play for months. A lot of these streamers that are coming over from like WoW or something. It's like, I got into it. I've been playing for about 4 or 5 months, and I'm just starting Shadowbringers. I was like, oh my god, it's a good idea to get the Shadowbringers.
Yeah, but apparently, like, he invested like 920 hours,
right,
getting those start finish.
I had the benefit of playing during the pandemic though, so it's like I had free time, like so many people. Like so many free time. It's like, oh, I can really just grind at this.
Yeah, same. Yeah. That's like I was just no lifing, and then actually I had to play ARR twice.
King nerd, really?
Because
nobody well actually at any points today. So. And yes, we were talking about you, Silver Mag. How long did it take you to get through the story quest, Final Fantasy? Because Silver Mag's a newbie to Final Fantasy. I've played for years and years and years. He's relatively new. HK, how long have you played Final Fantasy? Like real lifetime?
About a year plus.
Oh, really? Because as an HK is like our resident expert. Every time I think, I was like, I gotta ask HK because he knows.
And I think I've played a whole year longer than him. And I think I have like maybe 5 more hours of playtime. And that's probably not even happened since then because I haven't really played much this week. So he's probably surpassed us all in playtime. I think even Batcoaster has surpassed me in playtime at this point.
Last time I looked, it was like 110 days or something.
4.5
months.
Nice. 920 hours. And I mean, like, to be fair, he definitely did stuff with us as a free company as well in the meantime, but I feel like the vast majority of that was story. Like, I tell people all the time, if you're going to get into Final Fantasy, you better enjoy the story. It's huge. Like, the story is the main part of the game.
Yeah, I think that's like 500 hours of, like, story stuff.
Easily 500 hours of story.
And he said he did a lot of side stuff. I did a lot of side stuff, too.
And I mean, this story's good. Like, I remember crying twice in the storyline. Like that when it sneaks up on you and murders somebody you cared about, you're like, no, go get Sue.
That was
Spoilers.
yeah.
Spoilers.
I was like, that was. I was like, no, not no.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a thing. We know they're gonna kill off somebody every expansion. So brace yourselves. Whichever one you happen to be falling in love with this expansion, they're probably gonna kill it. Brace yourself. Brace yourself. I feel like that's why I think it's Alize because they've been building her up.
They've been the good. You know what? That tripped me out too when I started my alt the other day, and you know when you ride into the town the first time on the cart with the old guy, they're on the cart. I was like, I didn't remember that at all. I was like, they've been here since the beginning. I mean, I know they come and talk to you in the town and stuff when they do the memorial and whatnot, but I was just like, oh, they're right here. I was like, look at that from the beginning.
From the beginning, they'll just bring them back. That's spoilers, Silver Mag. That's spoilers. That's spoilers.
But it's only spoiler if someone pointed it out. But if we just shush.
Right, like you don't think about it, but they always do. But we talked about this last week, didn't we? I think that's in last week's Nerd News Now, which was a spontaneous creation of this show. There you have it, my friends. That's if you want to find out how we came up with this idea. Check out last week's live stream. It was supposed to be D&D, but it came into this.
From what you can hear of it, you mean?
Oh, because the first 52 minutes of it was muted.
But we
was...
can play like a interesting game. It was like guess the context from Green's perspective.
That could be funny. I mean,
you could totally edit it's like editing in there too.
If I want to take the time. Like, editing takes a lot of time and effort.
Yes, it does.
Every time I now see a video, like, I'm like, damn, that person had to, like, watch down to individual frames. That shut out. It's smooth. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort to edit. That's why you only get one video from me. It takes a lot of time and effort to edit things. And I'm not sure which I'm going to put up this week. It might be Thanksgiving. I might not put up a video. I got live streams.
Yeah.
If you want some content, we have live streams. Also, happy Thanksgiving, you guys. I mean,
I was like,
do you celebrate Thanksgiving?
We have Thanksgiving over there.
Oh no, we don't celebrate that over here.
Yeah, I always find that weird because.
Well, you should definitely just eat a whole bunch tomorrow and think of the American.
Right? Eat with us. But I mean, here in the
That's
States,
all we're doing on Thanksgiving.
It's a 5-day weekend. It's a 5-day weekend for the States, and we just go crazy.
I see.
The audio. I mean, I feel like the growing pains of my stream are growing pains. I'm learning. Figured it out.
Yeah.
This was a new exciting adventure in using the VOD.ninja, which is super cool and allows me to do a lot of cool stuff with it. As you can tell, we've got lots of zoomy things in the background and pictures and shows. I feel like this is more entertaining than just watching us on live stream, right?
True that.
I mean, especially once I get it to work.
Right?
Right, like if I can get things like the trailers and stuff to work without the ads, then yeah, that would work. I guess I'd have to start paying for YouTube Premium to make that. That's probably why YouTube's got that gimmick. Pay for YouTube Premium.
Dun.
Sponsor me, YouTube. Give me free YouTube TV. That's all I want.
Oh, maybe
I feel like as a streamer, I should be able to get.
I mean, you can sort of like download it ahead of time, and just play the video itself.
Can you? I've never tried to just download some YouTube.
Or you could queue it up, just have a separate window and switch them out. I guess, right? I don't know how.
You'd have to do. I'd have to do a window capture. That's not how the like scenes work.
Because
if I put in a browser source, that's how the video ninja thing works. Is it basically creates your own website, and then I use that browser source as a website.
Okay.
And like where I'm sitting right now is where the person will be at the end of the show who actually won King of the Nerds. But I'm going to stay here until somebody dethrones me as King of the Nerds. Self-proclaimed title, I'm King of the Nerds.
Yeah.
Giggity.
So I guess thanks for being here. It's definitely at our hour mark, which is what we're aiming to do. And if I get more guests, we can go a little longer than this. And I hope to have a consistent 4. Like I think Brandon will be here next week. He was just taking a weekend off. We might have some visits back from Sharon, maybe Truth, if y'all talk him into it, because I think he's not talking to me anymore because I've asked too many times. And
What'd you do?
maybe Dad's gonna do it sometimes. You know, we'll get some more people in here. It'll be entertaining. All right, so thank you guys. Switch over.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching.
Hi. I'd like to take this moment to thank you for being here. I really appreciate everybody who supported me and watched me for all this time. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. I do all kinds of random stuff. This is a very consistent talk show on Wednesdays at 9 that you'll see is here. I also do Satisfactory, Final Fantasy, and League of Legends, other random games. I play fun stuff. We talk about news, sports, politics. We try to keep the content original and creative. So like, subscribe for more. Fire of Life 2018 on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Also, don't forget to check the comments for the links to the Discord and YouTube channel and all that shenanigans.